Hello guys, it's Eglow here. You're welcome to my YouTube channel. You're welcome to this tutorial. You're just coming into the channel for the very first time. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like the video, comment and subscribe, and also turn on the notification button so that you can be the first person to be notified anytime I post valuable content like this. And if you're a returning subscriber, I appreciate you as well. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, comment, and as well share with others so that they can also, benefit from the value, right? So in this video, right, I am literally going to take you through my work process, like how I retouch my pictures from post-production, Photoshop, like all the software that I normally use whenever I have a particular picture to edit, right? So today I'm going to take you through the journey, like I'm going to take you along through the journey, show you from how I transform my raw pictures to an amazing JPEG that you used to see online. You understand, right? So if you can see this one now, you can see how crazy and how sweet it is. So I'm going to show you how we arrive at this massive transformation. You understand? So stay tuned and go nowhere. All right, so I took this picture like this. I took this picture purposely for this tutorial, right? Okay, if we look at it now, let me show you. I've imported the pictures. You can see some of the pictures, right? You can see this, you can see this, you can see this, you can see this, right? So but I purposely choose this one because of the post-production that I want to take you through. You understand? So this has a lot more work. We're going to do more work on this particular picture compared to the those close shots. Imported the pictures into Capture One. All right, so let's open Capture One folder now. All right, Capture One folder is opening. All right, guys, so we are here in Capture One now. You can see the picture. You can see the picture. So now we are here in Capture One now. You can see the picture, right? So let me even show you my camera settings, right? So I shot this picture with Canon R6 with some 85mm Sigma art. So you can see my settings: ISO 100, shutter speed 1/400, and f-stop 2.0. I'm going to use Capture One to do the post-production of the picture before moving it to Photoshop for final edits, right? So now let me explain what is post-production. Post-production has to do with those little adjustments, those lens correction, right, before taking them to Photoshop for final edit. That is what post-production is all about. Post-production has to do with you looking at a raw image and also trying to correct one or two things that need to be corrected, like some little adjustment, right? This is how I shot the picture, right? I shot it with natural lights. If you can see, I think I shot it when the sun was already going down. The light was not really harsh. I don't even use the reflector, right? So now if you look at this picture now, before you do any adjustment, right, when you drag your picture to either you're using Lightroom, Camera Raw, or Capture One, when you drag your picture to any of these softwares, as the case may be, the first thing you need to look at is what is wrong with the picture. What you understand? So what is it that needs to be adjusted? What is it that needs to be fixed? That's the first thing, right? So if you look at this picture now, the picture is not straight, like it's slant. That's the first thing first that we're going to do to this picture. So we're going to straighten the picture before we even go ahead to do any other thing. And to do that is you're going to press R. You're going to have something like this. Then straighten it to a point where you feel it's okay. Yeah, you can see that the picture is straightening already. Keep straightening it till you are okay. Fine. Now come to this crop sign, click it, and come to this ratio, right? Come here and pick 4:5, right? That's like Instagram size. So we're going to resize the picture. Good, guys, you can see now. So if you look at it now, we've straightened the picture. So after straightening the picture, what next? Now if we look at the picture now, the picture is just there. There is no dynamism, right? Seems to be no contrast, no, the shadow is too much, the highlight is kind of looking too much. So no, the picture is not bad. Now let's go ahead and do the adjustment that we need to do. The first thing first is to bring down the highlight a little bit. Bring out the highlight to like -51. Then increase the shadow a little bit. Increase the shadow a little bit to like 20. Then bring down the black. Bring down the black to like -20. Now add a little bit of contrast. Let's say 5. Good. Let's bring down the exposure a little bit to like -16. Right, so let me show you the before and after. So press Y on your keyboard and you have something like this is before, this is after, before, after, before, after. You can see the little adjustment I've made on the picture. You can see the effect of little adjustment I've made on the picture. Right, so I also want to add some things. Right, so come to clarity. Prefer bringing down my clarity a little bit. Right, instead of adding clarity, I prefer adding structure. Right, so I can just add a little bit of structure, let's say 6, then bring down the clarity like -3. Right, so let's come to dehaze. I want to dehaze the picture a little bit. Right, so from the amount now, let's dehaze it to like let's say 5. Good. So let's see before, after, before, after. Now you can see the effect, you can see the output. Right, you can see the result of the adjustment that we are doing. Right, so after that, so come to white balance. So the picture is looking kind of too warm for me. Right, so I want to cool it down a little bit. Add Kelvin, cool it down a little bit. Yeah, good. This is before, after, before, after, before, after. Right, now let's add a little bit of white so that we can have the highlight on the face well pronounced. Right, still bring down the highlight a little bit. Good. Yeah, still add black. Let's take it to -25. Yeah, -25. Right, good. So let's see, let's zoom the picture. Yeah, you can see before, after, before. So now I want to play with the color. Right, I'm talking about the skin tone now. So there's nothing really serious about the color grading because the picture is just everything about the picture seems natural. The model did not do makeup, so the picture is just there. Right, so but then I still want to show you how I play with my my skin tone. Right, come to color editor, then come to skin tone. This is skin tone. Then pick the picker brush. Then you pick the picker brush, come to the skin and pick a particular skin, the skin tone. Right, now pick the skin tone and let's drag it to the extreme end. Yeah, good. Now we're going to, this is, now if you look at it now, you can see hue, saturation and light. Right, now you can see what the hue and saturation is doing to the picture. Okay, now so let's add hue. Let's add a little bit of hue, let's say 5. Okay, good. So for the saturation, let's just add a little bit, let's say let's say 5 as well. Right, good. So let's see before and after, before, after, before, after. So now let's come to color balance. From the color balance, we have master, 3-way, shadow, mid-tone and highlight. So let's just play with the master. Right, a little bit. Let's drag it to yellow a little bit. You can see the effect. So it is advisable that whenever you are doing adjustment like this, either color adjustment or whatsoever adjustment you are doing, either in Capture One, Photoshop or Camera Raw, it's advisable that you keep it at a very, very minimal level. So don't overdo it, so that you will not change the whole thing. Right, now if you can see, now this is before, after, before. Okay, basically I think we are done here. Right, so this is what my post-production most times looks like. Right, I can go way more deeper than this. Right, it all depends on the look of the picture. Maybe I will do a separate video about my entire color grading in Capture One. Right, okay, now so we are done here. So we are taking the feature now to Photoshop. So just come here, right click and come to edit with, then click on the Photoshop. Yeah, edit variants. All right guys, so we are here in Photoshop now. So I still want to do some little adjustment, just like I said that I'm going to take you through the whole process of my edit. You understand, from Capture One that has to do with post-production to Photoshop to before retouching this picture. So I'm going to take this picture to Camera Raw and do some little adjustment. Right, just watch and see what I'm doing. So we're going to duplicate the layer, duplicate the background layer. Right, so come to filter, then go to Camera Raw filter, click. Good. All right, so first thing first, I'm going to select the background and work on the background separately first. Right, so let's go. Now come to this masking, to click on it. Now when you click on it, you are going to see subject, sky, and background. If you want to select subject, you select subject. If you want to select the sky, if there's sky, select the sky, you can see, and work on it separately. But now it is just the background that I want to work on, so select the background. This masking works magic. Right, now the background has been selected, so we'll just go ahead and do what we want to do. Right, if you look at the background, the color of the fence is pure white. Right, but if you look at it now, from the adjustment that we made, color has now changed to off white, so we're going to correct that first. Right, now so let's come to, now this is before, now let's come to temperature and cool it down a little bit. Cool the background down a little bit. Right, good. Now this is before, after, before, after. Right, good. After that, so we're going to drop down the shadow a little bit. Drop down the shadow a little bit to like -22. Right, so drop down the black as well. Drop down the black as well. Right, good. So we're going to add white a little bit, let's say 5. Yes, this is good. Right, so drop down the exposure. Let's come back to exposure and drop it down a little bit. You understand? Yeah, good. So this is before, after. You can see. Good. So we've done the first thing for the background. Right, we are still coming back to the background, but first thing first, let's go to the subject. Right, so come to create new mask, click on the new mask, then select people. So you allow it to load first. Now it has selected the entire subject. Right, so now you can select just the skin, the hair, the eyebrows. You can see, right, facial skin, body skin, and all. So just click and create. So now it has been created. The first thing to do first, right, so I just want to drop down the black a little bit, add a little bit of white. You can see a little bit of white. Also increase the highlight a little bit. Let's drop down the shadow a little bit. Drop down the shadow a little bit to like 5. All right, good. So now you can see before, after, before. We're going to increase the exposure a little bit, right, to like 10 or 15. Let's say 15. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Right, this is fine. Now so the next thing now is I want to add vignette to this picture, and the vignette, and I'm going to add it to the background, is just to create the dynamism and extra flavor. So come to create new mask, then come to radial gradient, click on it. So I'm going to cycle the image. Come to cycle the image. So make sure you resize the circle till you are satisfied. Right, good. Now if we look at it, now it is the subject that is selected. So come here, you can see invert. Right, invert the selected area of this mask component. Now you click it. Now you can see now it is now the background that is selected. I don't want it to touch the face at all. Take it up a little bit. You can see now, so that we can begin to work on the background separately. Now you see the magic that this radial gradient will add to this. All right, so now let's come down and add and drop down the exposure. Drop down the exposure. Good. Now drop down the black. So let's add a little bit of white, like 6. All right, good. Now let me show you the before and after. This is before, after, before, after. You can see the huge difference. Do you understand? You can see the huge difference that it makes with this this image, right? So bring down the highlight a little bit, the highlight a little bit. So we can also increase the shadow. We can add a little bit of shadow here because we don't want the edge to be well pronounced, right? So in order to feather the edge of the cycle, right? Good. So I think we are done here. Yeah, I think we are done here, right? Good. Now let me show you. This is before, after, before, after. This is crazy, guys. This is crazy. Please, if you watch this video to this very moment, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification button, right, so that you don't miss out any of the valuable content that will be dishing out on this channel every week. So now we are moving straight to Photoshop now for final edit. Good. Guys, we are here in Photoshop. So this is how it was before. This is how we moved from Capture One to Photoshop. Then after taking it to Camera Raw filter to do some little adjustment, this is the final result. Wow, this is sweet, guys. This is crazy. This is crazy. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and start the retouching process and do the final grading, right? But let me say this, right? So I've done, if you want to know how I retouch my picture, or you want to specifically know, because if you are seeing this, I believe you are not new to Retouching or Retouching Academy. I've done series of videos on my channel. You can check them out. I'm going to tag some of the videos to this particular tutorial so that you can check them out and see how I retouch my images, right? So I'm just going to come to my action, my frequency separation 16-bit, then action 3, right? Because I want to have a soft skin. That's why I'm choosing 3. So I've explained this in choosing your radius and all, what you need to consider, why you need to choose a lower figure for this picture, why you need to choose a higher figure for this picture. So I've explained that extensively in my previous videos. Please do well to check them out. Let's pick my mixer brush. So now look at my mixer brush settings. My wet is on 31%, load 30, mix 30, flow 25, then this you have 10, right? So just zoom it a little bit and we'll start the retouching, right? So okay, this is on soft round, it's on soft round brush, right? Good. And make sure that your foreground must be on white, right? If you have it on black like this, make sure you turn it to white. It's very important. Please take note. Like I explained in my previous videos, right? So if you are retouching, make sure you don't drag because the human skin is divided into 3 segments. We have highlight, shadow, and mid-tone, right? Mid-tone is in between highlight and shadow. Highlight is the brightest part of the skin, while shadow the darker parts of the skin. But in between these two is the mid-tone. So you are expected to blend them together. That is what editing generally is all about. Nothing much, nothing serious to do on this picture. We're just going to keep it natural as it is, right? Nothing serious to do, so that we can go ahead and do the color grading. Guys, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel if you are new to the channel. Please, that's the only way you can encourage me to do more. And let me know in the comment section what you want me to talk about in my next video. That's very, very important. I want to know how you feel. And if I retouch and you are seeing this, let me know in the comment section how you used to edit your pictures, how you used to retouch your pictures. All right, so I think let's just go ahead and pick some obvious blemishes. Yeah, clone stamp. My favorite tool in picking blemishes is clone stamp. Right, click on the high frequency and pick your clone stamp. All right, just use Alt from the keyboard and pick here and pick it. And if you also want to know how I color grade my image, I've also done videos on how I color grade my images. Do well to check them out and see how I color grade my images. pick the obvious blemishes, right? And make sure you keep everything natural. Okay, I'll bring it down a little bit. Alright, so I'll pick my mixer brush and still brush through a little bit. And brush the hand. Take your time and do a clean work. Do it gently, right? So don't rush, so that you can have a clean edit. Just soften the skin a little bit, even while keeping it natural, right? So let's blend this together. Yeah, I think I'm cool with this retouching of the skin, right? So just close the layers. Let's brighten the eyes and the teeth. So come to adjustment and click on black and white. When you click on black and white, so drag the reds to the extreme end and the yellows to extreme end. So after that, then invert this and hide this. That's Command I from the keyboard. Command I from the keyboard. So this time around, we're going to work with brush, not mixer brush. Brush tool. Come here and pick your brush tool. So let's just reduce this opacity to like let's say 30. Then flow, let's say 40. Flow 40. All right, good. So just zoom the picture. Zoom. Let's make sure your foreground is on white, right? So reduce the brush and start whitening the teeth. Guys, you can see now I'm going to show you the before and after, and you see, okay, and this is before, after, before, after. Now it's looking kind of too white, so I'm going to reduce the opacity, because the idea is to keep it natural. Whatsoever you are doing, make sure you keep everything natural. Be more concerned on how to keep everything natural, right? Don't overdo anything. All right, I think I'm good with this, right? So we're just going to go ahead and play with our colors, right? Good. Now come to blend mode option and click on color balance. All right, so it's on mix tune. Now we have mix tune. We're going to play with mix tune and shadow. You understand? We're going to play with mix tune and shadow, but let's work with the mix tune now. All right, now if you look at it, now we have cyan, magenta, and yellow. So I'm just going to play with the cyan and yellow. right? So if this person is a light skin person, right, so we're going to take the cyan up, you understand, to add science. But because this person is a dark skin person, so I'm just going to bring it down a little bit, you understand, bring it down a little bit to like let's say 8, right? So the same thing, if this person is a light skin person, right, I'm going to bring the yellow down a little bit. But because she's a dark skin person, so I'm going to increase it to the blue side, right? Let's say, so let me show you the before and after. This is before, after, before, after. Now you can see how natural and how cool a color grading is. Now this is mixed, so let's go to shadow. Just going to do the same thing to shadow. Yeah, -5 for me. No, that's fine. Then for the yellow, let's say, yeah, this is good. This is good. So now let's come to adjustment, then click on level adjustment. Click on level adjustment. So let's add level adjustment to make the picture more pop. Come to here and add, let's say 5, then here 95 here, and add, let's see 236 is okay. All right, guys, you can see this is before, after, before, after. See the color grading. This is before, after. Let me zoom in and show you. Now I want you to see how natural this thing is. You understand? Like, this is this person's skin, this is this person's natural skin tone. You understand? So now let me show you the grading. Well, let me show you what the grading after the retouching and everything. This is how it was. Now look at how it is. Look at how it is now. This is it. You can see it's as simple as that. You can see before, after, before, after. Now let me show you the level adjustment that we added. Before, after, before, after. The picture is now looking more pop and classic. It's as simple as that. All right, guys, so we've come to the end of the tutorial. So this is how my work process looks like. You understand? So I literally play around everything until I achieve my desired goal. So one thing about me is that before I edit a picture, or before I edit any image, I already have a picture in mind, you understand, about that image of what I want to get. Do you understand? So I don't just edit. Before I drag picture to Capture One, Lightroom, Camera Raw, Photoshop to edit, I already know what I want. Do you understand? So every of my step, everything I do is tailored towards that picture I have in mind. Do you understand? So it's very, very important. You don't just edit as a retoucher. So there should be an architectural design. There should be a picture of of the result, of the kind of result you want to get in mind, right? Because that will serve as a blueprint, that will serve as a guide on how to navigate your way and get that particular result. So when I shot this picture, I already know that everything about this picture is going to be very natural. I really don't want to do too much about this. I just want to keep everything natural, from the dress, from the jean to skin, the background, the floor. Everything is looking perfect. Like, everything is looking natural. This is how my work process, my editing process looks like, from Capture One to Camera Raw, from Camera Raw to Photoshop, from post-production to retouching, from retouching to color grading. So this is literally how my work process is all about. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching this video to this very moment. I appreciate you so much. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like the video, comment on the video, subscribe if you are yet to, because that's the only way you're going to encourage me to do more, right? So also turn on the notification button so that you can be the first person to be notified anytime I dish out a valuable content on this channel like this, right? I post on this channel every week, so turn on the notification button so that you can be the first person. You can be the first person to be notified anytime I drop a tutorial like this. So also let me know in the comment section, if you're a retoucher, how do you go about your retouching? Share with us your experience or your work process, right? So that we can also learn from you. And also, if after watching this video there is a part about the video, or in the video, that you are a bit confused about, either from the post-production to retouching or to color grading, that you want more enlightenment on, don't hesitate to notify me. let me know in the comment section. Or maybe there's a particular topic that is different from this that has to do with photography generally or editing generally that you want me to talk about. Put that in comment section, and I promise that as soon as possible I am going to address that. And also in my next video, let me know what you want me to actually talk about in my next video. All right, so thank you guys, see you in my next video. Bye.